This is your WCIA 3 forecast first.
It was a pretty cloudy day across the viewing area, but at least we had some pretty comfortable conditions. Wasn't too hot or too cool out there. We're going to keep the clouds overnight tonight, and then we're going to be looking at more sunshine for the second half of our day tomorrow. This is our view from Mattoon. We've got the cloudy skies there in our Flooring America iNight camera, and temperatures for the most part are in the middle 60s here. 66 in Danville as well as in Waseca, Champaign, Decatur is there, so Springfield, 67 in Pontiac, and 62 and 63s for Paris, Mattoon, and Effingham. Not much in the way of wind out there. It's all pretty calm currently, which will be nice. And as we go through the overnight hours, we expect more cloud cover, and those clouds will hang on into the morning tomorrow morning, followed by mostly sunny skies by later on in the afternoon. WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
One man is in the hospital after a shooting tonight. How neighbors tried to help him before first responders arrived. And there are contraceptives for people, but what about your pets? One group is trying to make that happen, and kids are encouraged to play, but could it soon be a requirement at school?
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
Unfortunately, it becomes all too common, and, you kind of get numb to it.
That's reaction from one man after another person was shot in his neighborhood. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm McLeod Hageman. Jessica has the night off. Well, Champaign police are investigating a shooting. It happened near the intersection of Paula Drive and Joanne Lane. WCIA 3's Bryce Beeman joins us live in the studio tonight. Now, Bryce, you were at the scene. What can you tell us?
Well, many people were outside their homes watching what was going on. Neighbors told me there were several witnesses, and some did what they could to help the victim.
To see this happen right next door to our house is very, very hard.
What started as a normal evening for one neighborhood quickly turned south.
Drive up the road, see all my neighbors and their kids outside. Now it's like that's not normal.
Champaign police said a man was shot near the intersection of Paula Drive and Joanne Lane. A crime scene unit and U.S. Marshal were also on scene. The marshal said the victim was taken to the hospital.
She immediately held pressure on us. She told us she was holding pressure. I told her to keep talking to him, and that's what we did. We all kept talking to him. We kept holding the pulses just to make sure that he was doing okay.
Logan Belcher was on his way home from work when he drove up to the chaos. He said he arrived and saw a man bleeding in the street and immediately rushed to help.
I wouldn't say I did anything heroic. I was really just trying to help. The lady who was over there who was helping was the real hero, and even my neighbor, because both of them together just were a whirlwind, and I was there for the ride just trying to make sure that he stayed alive.
But now, neighbors are on edge.
Innocent bystanders are affected, and if they're not directly affected by the incident, they can be traumatized from the incident.
And they say shootings need to stop.
It's unfortunate that it's happening way too often, and it's getting too close to home for a lot of people because it's not just happening in Garden Hills. It's not happening in Holiday Park. It's happening in all the places in the city.
But they also fear that retaliation may result in deaths.
It is scary. It definitely is. It's one of those things that I wish wouldn't happen because I really want everyone to unite. That's what we all want.
We currently don't know the condition of the victim. Neighbors told us surveillance video caught the suspect's car drive by. Mac?
All right, Bryce, thanks so much. Police in Decatur are also investigating a shooting tonight. That happened near North Warren and East Condit Streets. Police say a man was shot in the knee, but he's expected to survive. No word on any suspects. A Mason County man is charged with having child pornography. Police say 25-year-old Cole Harris was distributing that on social media. Investigators started looking into that case in January. An arrest warrant was issued just last week, and he turned himself over to authorities. The state fire marshal is investigating after an abandoned shed caught fire and sparked several explosions. That happened near County Roads 2350 East and 1600 North in St. Joseph this morning. The fire chief says that shed collapsed and spread to the abandoned home nearby. Nobody was hurt. If you saw a helicopter above Interstate 57 last night near Champaign, here's the reason why. State police were called to the Besodom exit for an abandoned vehicle in the median. They say it had a blown tire, but the driver was nowhere around. Air Life was called in to search for the driver, but they were never found. The vehicle was eventually towed from the scene. Well, now for the very latest on the coronavirus, the positivity rate continues to drop, and it's now sitting at 1.8%. More than 470 new cases have been announced, and 9 more people have died. More than 29,000 people were vaccinated only yesterday. The 7-day average is more than 41,000 doses. Nearly 5.3 million people are now fully vaccinated. And vaccine clinics are closing across the state. Carle Health announced it's closing its vaccine site at Coles Plaza and holding clinics at their Champaign and Urbana locations. The site at Coles Plaza is meant to give up to 20,000 shots to patients every single day, but recently only about 100 people have been showing up to get vaccinated. Health officials say the remaining people who haven't gotten vaccinated may still be considering whether it's safe. They say if you haven't, you should do that as soon as possible.
I think we've seen enough evidence right now, even in our community, that it is very effective and safe. So don't wait any longer. The sooner you get it done, the sooner you can enjoy some of the more, freedoms.
And you can also get one at Carl's Clinic on Curtis Road in Windsor. Those clinics will start Monday, June 7th from 7:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Walk-in appointments are also welcome. You can also get your shots at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, and OSF Pharmacy. Governor Pritzker says he isn't giving up on ideas to get people vaccinated. This year's state budget opens the door for a lottery system for those looking to get the vaccine. Now, it's the latest in a line of plans to get more people their shots. This idea comes from Ohio, where they offered $1 million every single week for 5 weeks to get vaccines.
The best thing that we can do, of course, to protect ourselves and our loved ones is to have as many people vaccinated as possible.
And the state also officially passed the shot and beer plan that lets bar owners offer free drinks. You might also remember the state offering 100 free shooting targets to people in Sparta who got their shots just a couple months ago. Well, Democrats pushed through 2 maps through the legislature a month before their June 30th deadline, and Republicans are calling on Governor Pritzker to veto those maps. They're citing a pledge he made to the campaign trail to veto any map that wasn't fair. The state hasn't put forward congressional maps just yet. Representative Rodney Davis is calling that hypocritical, while Governor Pritzker refused to give his take on the maps that passed Friday, saying he hadn't reviewed them just yet.
I have not reviewed those maps yet, but I will tell you that the Republicans should have put forward their own map. It would have been very helpful.
And it's the height of hypocrisy for them to say, let's wait for the true census data before we draw these new congressional districts, but let's go ahead and slam a state legislative district map through.
And the official census data isn't set to come out until the fall. Governor Pritzker said they may revisit the maps once those numbers are soon out. A startup group from the U of I Research Park is working on a contraceptive for dogs and cats, and the company just got a big boost. Epivara is actually getting $250,000 from the National Science Foundation. The team is creating an injection that would act as a permanent alternative to spaying and neutering. It's a one-time shot that stops the growth of those reproductive organs there, and they say those traditional surgeries are safe, quick, and easy, but any procedure comes with a risk.
It's still a stress on the animals to put them through the surgery. And there's always some complications occasionally that show up. And it's expensive in some areas. It's not cheap, and so some people put it off.
The team says the shot would be a cheaper option, and it would address overpopulation concerns and prevent animals from being put down in those shelters. The injection has already worked well in mice. Well, there are some state symbols you might expect, like a bird or tree, but Illinois added something different to the list this week. Plus, one park is making sure everyone has a chance to play what will soon be built. And Jack, the forecast is looking mighty nice for this weekend. Pretty excited about it.
That's right, Mac. We've got really good lake and pool weather coming up this weekend with a lot of sunshine. Temperatures will be warm in the upper 80s, close to 90. And we have a chance for some storms later on next week. So we'll talk about that coming up. In the meantime, though, today it was obviously a cloudy day, but it was still pretty comfortable, and it wasn't a dreary cloudy day, just kind of had the clouds out there. It's still pretty bright. Here's our almanac from today. We topped it at 76, just a few degrees shy of our average. And as we take a look at our headlines, we are calling for more in the way of some sunshine and hot temperatures, with storms holding off until next week. We'll talk about that after the break.